Good Monday morning to you all, my dears. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So this week, you guys are finishing up your problem solution essays, and we are beginning our third and final unit, guys. We are on the home stretch. Our third and final unit with the literary analysis and our deep dive into Graham Greene's Brighton Rock. And there are a couple of things that I want to mention for you all in terms of what that means for everybody. So you'll notice in your modules this week there's a section called Brighton Rock Resources, and in that there is a list of guided reading questions. You guys can take a look at those. Those are optional. Those are for you all to answer should you choose while you're reading to kind of keep track of things. The one thing that I will mention is that for the quizzes that you guys are going to be responsible for, about 75% of the questions will come from your guided reading questions. So even if you don't choose to answer them, take a look at them because you'll see those questions again in some form or fashion. There is also a section about characters. There are a bunch of different characters in here, and they kind of run together. Before you kind of get to know them. So I have a list of character descriptions here in for you guys to look at. Places description, because there are some interesting places just to kind of keep in your brain. And then also here I have a review of stuff that you guys should have talked about in English 111, where it's a review of literary elements, setting, plot, character, things like that, and a review of literary analysis. But we'll talk more about this literary analysis and things like that in the next couple of weeks. So this week, it doesn't look like there is a bunch to do, but it will require you to do a little bit of reading. So if you look at your instructions for this week, there are some lecture notes on Brighton Rock, not only the novel, but the author, and I highly, 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 highly encourage you guys to look those over. It will help you as you begin the reading of our novel. I'm asking you to read the first two parts. If you notice, this book is separated by parts. There's 7 parts. And the first 2 parts are what we are going to be looking at this week and into next week. So parts 1 and 2, that's the first 70-ish pages. It's not quite 70 pages because there's an introduction and things like that, but you guys don't have to read that. But the first 2 parts are what I'm asking you guys to read this week, in addition to finishing up your problem solution essay, which is due on the 4th. That's this Sunday. So in addition to the reading and the essay, there are 2 quizzes that I'm asking you guys to do for Brighton Rock, the first 2 parts, but those are not due until after your problem solution essay is due. They're due on Monday next week. If you go back to, give me just a second. If you look back in your modules, you'll notice that there is an optional Zoom discussion on the first 2 parts of the novel, and that's going to be next Tuesday at 7 p.m. So it's not this week. So if you, I really want you guys to focus on your problem solution essay and your reading, but we won't talk about those until the first 2 parts until next week. I wanted to make sure that I gave everybody an opportunity to get started on the reading, to finish up your essay, and not overwhelm you guys with too much to do too fast. So next week, on the 6th, it's an optional Zoom discussion. If you come, it's worth 25 points. If not, don't worry. It's nothing against you, but I will be posting the live discussion in Canvas next week once we have it. So that's it on the agenda for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to email me, give me a call, come to my office hours. I'll have those Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. And the other thing that I do want to mention, I've graded your annotated bibliographies. So please make sure that you go and take a look at that feedback. I should say I've graded about 75% of the annotated bibliographies. One class I've completely finished. The other class I'm about 80% through. So those will be coming into you today. If you don't see a grade for them yet, they'll be finished. I'll finish those up today and you'll have a grade for them. But please make sure that you take a look at your grade. Take a look at the citations for your articles. Those are the ones that you guys are going to be using in your reference page for your problem solution essay. So please make sure you make any kind of corrections that I've suggested with the citations. Other than that, I don't need to see the annotations again. I don't need to see anything like that again. But for your citations that you're going to transfer over into your reference page, please make sure that if there are any corrections that need to be made, you make those before you submit your final essay. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will be in touch with you guys later on this week.